Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. You're with Amira Celon from amiracelon.com. This is your video for your year number for 2017 with the numerology. This is really very valuable information I'm giving you. It's inside information of what I give to a lot of my clients about their year number on any given year. I'm going to link below a link where you can actually calculate your year number if you don't get it when I'm actually talking about it. So you can go to my blog and calculate your year number for 2017 or for any other year that may come up. So the year cycle, or the numerology year cycle, runs from 1 to 9 and then it repeats itself. I find the year cycle, the year number, your personal year number, the most important thing in the numerology. I just find it sets the tone, it sets a trend for the whole year. And it's very significant. Often when people book a reading, they're often in a number 1 year, which is the start of a new cycle, or in a 9 vibration, which is at the end of the 9-year cycle. So the year numbers are calculated with your birthday, your day of birth, month of birth, plus the year number for this year, which is 2017, which is a 1. So 2017 adds up to 10, which comes down to a 1. So if you were born on the 1st of January, you would add 1, which is 2017, plus 1 for January, plus 1 for the 1st of January. So that would be a 3. So you add your day, your month, and the year number, which is a 1, so it's quite easy to calculate, even for those who are not great at mathematics like me, and then bring it down to one number between 1 and 9, and that's your year number for this year, 2017. And your year number will go from 1 through to 9, and then it will repeat itself, so it will come back around. So if you didn't get that, check the link here. I'm going to put it inside the video so you can go and calculate and read the actual numbers as well, the year numbers, as well as calculate your actual number for the year. So year number 1 is new beginnings, new starts, new things. So often a number 1 vibration is quite a selfish year number often. It's a year where you're focusing on yourself. It's a year of self-focus, self-concentration. It's a start of new projects, a start of new beginnings. It's good for a new marriage, a new relationship, a new job, a new living situation. Often people in a 1 do start something majorly new in their lives. So year number 1 is a new start, new beginning. Year number 2 theme for your year number for this year, 2017, is about working in with other people. So number 2 is about cooperating, partnerships. It's about looking for love if you're single. For those of you who are married or in a relationship, your marriage or relationship will be under a fine, very precise microscope. So you'll be looking at your relationship under a microscope or a magnifying glass. So a lot of things can come out in the relationship that you may or may not like in a number 2 vibration. A lot of couples who are looking towards divorce or are on the rocky road of their relationship do actually get divorced or finalize their divorce in a number 2 year. So that is also interesting how that can happen. A number 2 is often working in with colleagues, working in with other people in general. So partnerships, business partnerships. If you're working with a group of people in a work environment, then it's working in with other people and that type of thing. So that will come into play quite highly as well. Number 3 vibration is, I consider to be one of the luckiest years. It's a year that's ruled by Jupiter, so it's abundance, expansion, opportunities. It can rule also love affairs or having multiple partners, or just having luck in general. So luck in love, luck in money, luck in job opportunities. And often with the number 3, you don't want to go for the first opportunity that comes towards you. You want to wait until the other opportunities reveal themselves. And the year cycle often goes from your birthday through to your next birthday. So it might not start until your birthday or take full effect from your birthday. So you want to start your year number on your birthday and finish off everything in that past number that's been happening before your birthday starts. So it doesn't matter what time of the year we look at our year number, you can check to see what year number you're actually in. because everyone's got birthdays at different times of the year. So your actual birth year your year number might have not actually happened yet. So the number 3, expansion, opportunities, abundance, travel, luck, ruling overseas things, overseas themes. It's very good for those of you who do like gambling a little bit. It's very good for gambling. So you might want to bet on something or kind of like push your luck in some way. So it could be going for something that you might not normally go for, or just kind of like pushing the limits a little bit with your luck. Not physically or in any sort of dangerous way, but it could be like going for a job that you might not even think you might get, and you might actually have a chance of getting it. Number 3 is great for multiple offers coming in towards you. So looking at multiple things happening. It's a fairly, usually a light and breezy year, a year of fairly sort of like going with the flow and seeing what's going to happen. It's a pretty positive year. That's one of my favorite years as a 3. Number 4 year vibration is about the 4 walls sort of around you, the theme of being inside 4 walls. For those of you who are kind of like freedom and like things to be not as structured, sometimes a 4 can feel a little restrictive. It's very good for home, family, children, building things. So if you're in a 4, you're going to be building things. You could be building a house, you could be building a career, you could be building a bank account. It's very good for accumulating things. Very good for analyzing money, accumulating money. Okay, 4 can be sometimes a little monotonous, a little restrictive. It can be also that you're budgeting as well, so it can be very much a budgeting type of year where you might not have all the finances you need to kind of like do exactly what you want to do. Okay, so it's a fairly stable year though. It's a fairly settled year. You'll have more influence on family and children in this year number. So it's a year where you're going to be looking at family, children, stability, foundations is the key word with the number 4. Number 5 year vibration is change. So if you've been stuck in a 4, then you're going to really like a 5, because it's like change. It's a lot of different things happening. You're going to feel light and breezy. You're going to be commuting more, juggling a lot of different things, doing a lot of different things. Could be taking new hobbies, taking new jobs, maybe juggling a few different projects or work things or different jobs. It's short distance travel. It's mercurial. It's learning new things, feeling free as well is a number 5 year. So it's a nice year for exploring new horizons, feeling free, and sort of like starting to sort of put your feelers out for new ideas and new opportunities as well. Number 5. Generally, the key word for number 5 is change. It's definitely a year where you're going to feel like you're changing, and it's right in the middle of a 9 cycle, so it's between 1 and 9. So the 5 is sort of like the hump year. It's a pinnacle year, so it kind of goes up to a 5 and then it sort of slopes off down to a 9. So yeah, 9 is kind of, the 5 is kind of like quite an important year. And you'll feel like something shifts in a 5. It's definitely a feeling of change of energy in general. Number 6 is my second favorite year. It's a Venus ruled year. Love, harmony, relationship, marriage. It's about redecorating your home, redecorating your office. You might be doing some sort of like updates, or it's even you could be redecorating yourself. You could be revamping your wardrobe, revamping your look. It's a year of beauty, a year of harmony, a year of love, and it's a very good year to get married in. A number 6 would be one of the best marriage years. If you are looking at a year to get married, would be a great year to get married in a 6. It's also great for home renovation if you're looking at revamping, redecorating, or remodeling anything as well, the results of which will come out really, really well. And so the key word for the number 6 would be love. It would be love and harmony, and yeah, just an overall general feeling of positive vibes around you. So it's a really good year for relationship. If you're in a relationship, or if you're looking for a relationship, it's a good love year. Number 7 is ruled by Neptune. It rules overseas themes and trends. It's also can be prone to depression. Some people do get very melancholy in a number 7. It's a year where it's a deep introspective year where you're really studying inside of yourself, really going deep and trying to find out more about yourself. It's a good year for therapy. It's a good year for counseling. It's a year that rules overseas themes and trends. It's a year where some of you might be going to visit people in hospitals, institutions or schools, finishing any legal sort of processes. So it's a good year to finish off legalities of any type. It could be that you're also a witness at a court hearing or something like that, or you could be involved in some sort of court situation. You could be visiting people in nursing homes, assisted living, hospitals, things like that, or even prisons as well, or schools, so institutions in general. It is a year where destined love can come into your life as if by chance and destiny. It might not be a lasting love, it might not be the love, but it's a good year for destined love. You might meet somebody traveling, or you could meet somebody from far away. It rules overseas themes and sort of like long distance, kind of over the water themes. Number 7 overall would be very much a year that is about kind of like going inward. So it's very much a self-analysis type of year. It's a year about spiritual growth as well. So it's a very spiritual year. That's the key word for number 7, is spiritual. Then we go into an 8, which is a totally different vibration. And an 8 is all about career, money, finance, getting back what you've reaped, all the energy and all the effort that you've put in the last 7 years, you'll reap back in an 8. So you can get a pay rise, promotion, advancement, more money, more finance. It's also very good for buying or selling property or real estate, renting also property or real estate, finding the ideal property, or profiting from properties as well. Number 8 is basically, the key word is a career year. So it's all about career, and it would be also about money and finance as well. So it's a year where you might be focused more on your job or your work or your business or your career, and you might want to get sort of like, that could be your main focus. You might be wanting to sort of like get further up the career ladder. So it's more of a Saturnian year. It's a year where you're kind of like climbing up the ladder and getting sort of to the top of the hierarchy situation. And then we go into a number 9 vibration, which is all about the endings of something, completing something, rounding off things. People complete long courses of study in a 9. They complete relationships in a 9. They eradicate or clean out the closet in a 9. So they're getting rid of people, places and things that are no longer serving them. They can be going overseas literally in a 9 as well. It's a good year for travel, for humanitarian interests, also for things to do with animals and dedication towards animals. You might go and work in Africa or on some sort of project that is dedicated towards animals or people who are less fortunate than you are. It does rule overseas themes and trends. It's a year that you just might want to take off, or at least for 6 months or for part of the year, and just enjoy traveling and moving around and learning new things. It's good for languages. It's good for reevaluating what you're going to do for the following year. When you go into a 1, it's like a process before the 1 takes off. So you might actually finish like a career in a 9 and then start a new career in a 1, a totally different job, a totally different career, a totally different thing that you've never done before. And you might set it up in a 9 to launch in a 1. You might launch it in a 9 and it will take off and build momentum once the 1 has come about. So the 9 is good for setting up a business behind the scenes, building a website, getting everything sorted out, getting everything set up. So when you do go into a 1, that business will really take off. You could already launch it in a 9, but it will really take up and take off momentum in a 1 vibration once you move into that 1. Number 9 is often when you get rid of like people that just are draining your energy. So if you feel disconnected from friends or family members or people who have been taking too much of your energy, it's a year where you might switch out and kind of get new friends and sort of let go of people who are kind of like no longer really are on the same page as you. Not saying that they're bad for you or something, but you might have just moved in different directions, grown in a different way, and they might still be the same. So it's a year where often you'll let go of things. And if you've had a lot of boyfriends or girlfriends hanging around you, or partners or exes, or baggage in general, it's a sort of year where you're going to let go of baggage. You're just going to eliminate it, and the universe loves to have a gap to fill. So when you do eliminate baggage, it creates a gap for the universe to be able to fill it with something new. So it could be a sitting in the gap moment, where you're sitting in this space of not really knowing what's going to happen next. And that's the whole beauty of a 9, is that you're kind of clearing the decks for something new. So, you know, 9 and a 1 are very important because it's a transition into a new cycle. Number 3, number 6 are my favorite ones, my favorite numbers, but also number 1 is a very good for starting something new and being more active and being more kind of like taking a step in a new direction, leap of faith as well. Yeah, so number 9, you'll often find that you'll travel in a 9. You'll travel in a 9 year. It can also be quite a spiritual type of year as well. The 7 is more spiritual than a 9, but the 9 can also link in with spiritual sort of themes and trends as well. So I hope you've enjoyed my review for the numerology for your year number for 2017. Check my blog article, which is here linked in the show more section below, and also inside this video if you'd like to double check or triple check some more information that I may have there for you, and also to calculate your year number and make sure that you've got it right. Okay, ciao for now. Take care.